Today, we'll be talking about the Gate of the Gods, but first off, it is important to know a little bit about Aramu Muru, which is another way for the Gate of the Gods to be talked about, also known as Puerta de Hayu Marca. Is an intriguing archaeological site located near Lake Titicaca in the Puno region of southern Peru. It is considered a mysterious and significant location with both historical and cultural importance. Aramu Muru is characterized by a large, flat vertical rock face with a T-shaped alcove or door-like structure carved into it. The so-called door is about 7 meters high and 7 meters wide, with a smaller, rectangular niche in the center about 1.8 meters high. While there are no clear records of the purpose or creators of Aramu Muru, it is believed to be an ancient site, possibly dating back to pre-Inca civilizations. Some theories suggest it was used for spiritual or ceremonial purposes. Local legends hold that the doorway is a portal to another dimension or a gateway to the lands of the gods. One popular myth tells of an Inca priest named Amaru Muru who used a golden disc, the key of the gods of the seven rays, to open the portal and disappear through it, escaping Spanish conquistadors. Now that you know a little bit about the Gate of the Gods and you have some background information before we get into the juicy stuff, next up, we will be talking about what a stargate is, whether this place is a stargate, and whether there are any others in the world. Then, we will touch upon why people travel here, and finally, we'll talk about whether something is missing when it comes to what we should know compared to the truth. Let's get right into the action. To get to know much more about the Gate of the Gods, we need to know exactly what a stargate is. It is complicated, but do stay with us. In some metaphysical, new age, or speculative contexts, stargate might refer to hypothetical portals or gateways in space and time that allow for interdimensional travel or contact with other realms or entities. These ideas are more speculative and are not supported by mainstream science, but in today's video, we'll explore some of these more speculative ideas and theories. Pretty much, a stargate is seen as a portal that allows us to time travel and go to different areas that otherwise we would have never seen because of these stargates. So now that you know what a stargate is, we want to tell you what it has to do with the Gate of the Gods, or otherwise known as Aramu Muru, as we may sometimes call it. One theory that tries to explain how this place was a stargate is that some people suggest that ancient civilizations had access to advanced technology or knowledge that enabled them to create portals or stargates. These theories are often part of the ancient astronaut hypothesis, which posits that extraterrestrial beings visited Earth in ancient times and influenced human culture and technology. With many theories over time, it always comes back to aliens in some way. And this theory displays how aliens must have gone there and had some involvement back in the day, and used this place in Peru as a portal to go to different places and go back in time. Whilst this seems something you would see in Back to the Future, it could very well be true, as there is somewhat of a chance of this happening, as the site was only very recently discovered in the 1990s. Another theory which links stargates to the Gate of the Gods in metaphysical and New Age thought, stargates are sometimes symbolized as spiritual or energetic portals that facilitate higher consciousness, spiritual awakening, or contact with other dimensions and beings. So, many moons ago, there could have been people using this place as a stargate, and maybe they even had more advanced technology than even we do now. There are other places around the globe that many people have speculated to be stargates, and the majority of them are ones which are also talked about are places that some people think that aliens helped create in some way or another. This is due to the ideas of stargates, which often point to enigmatic structures like the pyramids of Egypt, Stonehenge, or the Gate of the Sun at Tiwanaku, suggesting they may have served as portals or had some connection to advanced otherworldly beings. So, if you believe in aliens, you probably believe in stargates, as they are often at these mysterious places like the pyramids. And now the Gate of the Gods, where there is an explanation for these places, but what history tells us is sometimes not always true, as we know. What do you think of stargates? Are they a load of crap and just something you would see in the movies? Or is there some truth to them? Drop a comment below and let us know what you think about this theory of the Gate of the Gods being a stargate. Now, you know a lot more about the Gate of the Gods and a few theories about the Stargate. We want to touch upon what exactly and why people travel here quickly. As an outsider looking in, it does not look like the most exciting place to visit in the world, as it just looks like a pretty normal mountain in Peru. However, many people travel all over the world to see these sites for their perceived spiritual and mystical energy. Such locations are often considered powerful energy centers or portals to other dimensions. Visitors may seek enlightenment, healing, or spiritual awakening. For instance, at the Gate of the Gods, and some believe the site to be an ancient doorway to another realm, possibly connected to extraterrestrial beings or advanced ancient civilizations. With any historic site with a lot of mystery around it, there will be visitors from many different walks of life who will want to go to see if there is this energy. When they go, it might sound odd, but in some places, you can feel the energy of things that have happened in the past, like it being used as a Stargate, for example. It may not be one of the wonders of the world, but it is for certain somewhere with a lot of mystery and a place that must be talked about much more over the coming years. We must not forget that it was only found about 35 years ago, give or take. So, there is a lot still to be explored, and we would love to see if this Stargate theory becomes true later on down the line. To cap off today, we want to see if there are any other theories or facts that history has not told us. One theory shows how the Stargate was a thing back in the day, with local legends telling of Incan priests who used a golden disc, given to them by their gods, to open the portal and communicate with higher beings. This disc is said to have been lost over time, a bizarre coincidence. Did the aliens take it away, or was it just lost on purpose? Who knows? Some variations of the legend claim that the portal could be used to enter the land of the gods or to access forbidden knowledge that the wider world would not want to see. A further idea that has been floated around is one that aliens had a big part to play in helping with the actual building of the place. This theory is that the site is a remnant of a highly advanced but now lost ancient civilization. This civilization might have had technologies or knowledge far beyond what we currently understand. The precision of the stone cutting and the mysterious purpose of the structure are often cited as evidence supporting this theory. It is very possible people back then could have done it themselves, but with the number of links to aliens and other unknown beings, it is strange for it to come back up once again with the actual creation of the place. Another more logical and scientific theory is from a more scientific perspective. Some archaeologists and geologists suggest that the site might be a natural formation that was later modified by humans for unknown purposes. The niche could have been a symbolic doorway, a site for offerings, or part of a larger, now destroyed structure, which may mean we will never get to the bottom of what really happened at the Gate of the Gods. A further theory discovers what may be underground the mountain it resides. Some suggest that the flat door-like structure could be the entrance to a hidden chamber or underground complex. Proponents believe that there might be undiscovered rooms or tunnels behind the rock face, possibly containing artifacts or evidence of ancient knowledge. This theory then is added on by local legends and the intriguing unfinished appearance of the structure. Overall, it has to be said that the Gate of the Gods is one strange place with a lot of history that points it in the direction of aliens and other life that we may not know. The Stargate possible link is rare, but also very interesting to say the least. What are your final thoughts on this odd place? Drop them in the comments below, and we would love to hear them. Thank you all so much for watching this video, and make sure that you subscribe for more videos just like this one and you do not want to miss out.